who you
No,
are?
you absolutely don't. I'm on public property taking pictures.
Right.
So you have no right to know who I am. Suspicion is not a crime.
You can't.
Suspicion is not a crime.
She asked me to leave because I was filming, okay, and that's my constitutional right.
Regardless of what you're doing.
This is a federal property. It's public.
Can I get your name, please?
If you want to give me your mine, show you mine. I'm a private contract employee.
Because you're the one that's...
Because I don't need you to commit a crime to ask for your ID. If you're acting suspiciously, I legally have the right to identify you.
And I can say no.
Welcome to today's video. We'll be watching dramatic encounters between citizens and police officers who are attempting to abuse their power. While the citizen is exercising their legal right to take photos and record, the police suddenly demand ID and threaten arrest without just cause. Despite the pressure from law enforcement, this citizen has excellently defended their rights, rendering all police actions completely ineffective. This battle of wits not only serves as a lesson in self-defense against abuse of power, but also as a prime example of asserting your rights in the face of governmental overreach. Don't miss this video to learn important strategies for protecting your rights and raising awareness about power abuse. Isn't it unfair that a citizen exercising their right to film in public is still harassed by the police?
For what? What crime?
You are being...
Reasonable articulate suspicion of what crime?
Don't talk to me.
Of what crime? Of what crime?
You know it all.
I know it all, sir. I know the laws.
So hang tight.
Sir.
I'll tell you about a similar case involving Sean Paul Reyes, a First Amendment auditor who has been repeatedly arrested for filming police in public, including inside New York City police stations. Reyes is currently suing the NYPD, arguing that his First Amendment rights have been violated. His activities highlight ongoing debates about the legality of filming police in public, and his case is part of a broader trend where people challenge law enforcement's restrictions on recording, which they believe to be unconstitutional. In a similar situation, an auditor conducted a First Amendment audit at the Collier County Water Reclamation Facility in Collier County, Florida, USA, and the interaction began with an employee there before involving the police.
Are you a sheriff or something? Security? Are you guys testing the sewage to see the rates for the virus? What company do you work for? Good. Have a great day. He said Trump 2020. Well, I was actually going to leave, as usual. Decision to leave. I'm telling you guys, if I don't get a reaction within 10 minutes, I'm... I knew he wasn't a sheriff. I was just seeing what he was going to say. The cops? No, I don't care. I'm not doing anything illegal. I leave. If you think the sheriff...
As expected, the police arrived and immediately demanded ID, accusing the auditor of trespassing, but that didn't faze him. With firm confidence, the auditor defended his rights under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, not letting any pressure make him back down.
With one hand, and I'm trying to hear the scanner in case the cops come instead of the sheriff. Off the public sidewalk or out of the crosswalk. What'd you tell them? What'd you tell them? Why are they gonna come? Someone's taking pictures? What'd you tell them? Don't you call the cops when somebody's... I can't hear you. Sorry guys, my voice is cracking, my mouth is dry. First off, from wearing this mask. Second off, just from being out here. Brought a little bit of water with me because I'm not going to be out for long. And I don't want to weigh down my backpack. Because I don't carry my water in plastic containers. I carry it in mason jars. Taking them a while to come. Just let my body cam run for now. Looks like he was talking into his watch. I'm gonna wait till he's done talking on that.
Just curious, do you need anything, or is there any problems?
No, he came out and asked me. I asked him a question, and then he turned around and called you guys.
Okay.
So,
Alrighty.
I'm gonna be here as long as I need to be. Can I get your name and badge, please?
Sure.
Name and badge, then?
My name's right here.
I don't know how. Oh, your name's right here. Hi, officer, right here.
Pictures. How you doing, brother?
Officer, right here. I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay, well, we need to find out who you are.
No, you absolutely don't. I'm on public property taking pictures.
Right.
So you have no right to know who I am.
You can't.
Suspicion is not a crime.
When you're out in front of
Suspicion is not a crime, sir.
Taking pictures?
Hey, you go talk to the two stripes over there. He didn't have a problem with it, so you should watch your mouth, okay?
Sir, I don't know who you are.
You don't need to know who I am. You don't need to know who I am.
I'm not
and you need
rude.
to stop lying to me.
Well, just hang tight.
Nah.
Because you can't
Am I
go
being
anywhere.
detained?
Yes, you are.
I'm being detained?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Reasonable, articulate suspicion of what crime?
Sir, don't talk to me.
Of what crime? Of what crime?
know it all.
I know it all. Sir, why am I being detained?
And if you keep walking away,
I'm going to the other officer, sir.
you don't need to walk towards him.
Sir,
It's to you.
what? Ha, boom, ha.
Wanna go now?
There you go. Ha, ha.
You're detained.
Do I not know my laws or what? Yeah.
Okay, take
Okay,
care,
keep
sir.
it moving. Dismissed. How do you say your name, Mr. Right here? Can you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
I mean, videotape and all that.
Could you, sir, could you have him pronounce his name for me? Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
My name.
Sir, could you pronounce that for me?
Sir, it is whatever it is.
The police may offer reasons to check IDs and verify our identities, but in a modern society, fairness and equality are the supreme principles. In such situations, be resolute in protecting your rights and refuse any unlawful demands from the police. To do so, enhancing your legal knowledge is crucial, helping us stand firm against any pressure. A journalist filming at the post office encounters some legal issues with the police.
We're gonna have to wait on that. In the meantime,
Okay, I will wait.
In the meantime, can I get your?
Not right now. I'll wait for your supervisor and get his take on it because I am within my constitutional rights.
Can you believe it? A journalist exercising their right to film in public is interfered with and harassed by the police. Where are citizens' rights in this situation? It seems that the police in Lincoln City, Oregon are abusing their power to force the journalist to leave the post office rather than respecting and protecting the freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution.
Can I get your ID since we're investigating a crime, please?
What crime have I committed?
Trespassing.
Well, you asked. I would.
They originally asked you to leave, at which point you said no. We came to actually make you leave or ask you to refuse them. We're doing you a courtesy by not arresting you right now.
Me being in there was under my constitutional rights and filming. Okay, and that's my constitutional
We're asking
right.
you to leave regardless of what you're doing.
This is a federal property. It's public.
Looking for your ID, please.
Well, I don't have my ID on me.
Can I get your name, please?
Well, I don't know if I need to do that because I don't believe I've committed a crime. And once you guys came and asked me to leave because she didn't have authority to ask me to leave when I was doing a constitutionally protected activity there, I have to.
Have we not been courteous with you when you asked for?
Well, I'm being courteous back.
Well, all we're saying is now that we've advised
Well,
you to trespass, we would like to basically have a further incident in the future.
Oh, I know.
In order to do that, I would like your name and date of birth, please.
You gave me your name and badge number because you're required to by spec under your
We're
policy.
investigating a crime right now.
Well, there is no crime.
There is. It's trespass.
No, it was only crime if I would have refused to leave up there. When you guys said, no, I'm going to stay, but I did leave and came out here to
The
public.
postmaster asked you to leave.
I would disagree with you on that
Well,
part.
you can disagree all you want. Yeah, what the trespass is. So, sir, can you please
Okay,
provide...
do you have a supervisor that is over above you?
I do.
I would like
You're
that.
going to have to wait on that. In the meantime,
Okay, I will wait.
In the meantime, can I get your...
Not right now. I'll wait for your supervisor and get his here, sir. I have not committed a crime. She cannot ask me to leave just for filming because it's part of their policy that I have the right to do that there. So I have not committed it. Could kick me off there or not. Because you can't kick somebody off of public property if they haven't committed a crime or committed a code violation or something, that I have the right to be in there and do exactly what I was doing. So that is my right. Now, if you guys want to, I've already gotten you out of there under color of law when you didn't have the right to. I don't even know if you guys have the authority on federal property to do what you did. The only ID I have on me is something that isn't going to help you. But this here tells me that I can do what I was doing. Are you going to arrest me if I don't?
Yes, sir.
Because I've got these papers for you to look through before.
The police's request for ID and their threats are not only completely wrong, but also a blatant infringement of civil rights, clearly protected by the First Amendment of the US Constitution. This is outrageous. I'll tell you about a similar case. Cameron v. City of Detroit. In 2017, a journalist and a videographer filmed an arrest in Detroit, Michigan. They filmed to document police work in a public space. The officers ordered the journalist to stop filming and leave the area, threatening arrest if they didn't comply. The journalists argued that their filming rights were violated and that the threat breached their freedom of speech and press. The outcome was as expected. The city of Detroit agreed to pay damages to the journalists and committed to training police on press freedoms and recording rights in public spaces.
I was doing in there, and she had no right to kick me out of there for doing what I was doing. I wasn't committing any crime. I was not bothering people, question, anything like that.
From patrons and from the post office.
Oh,
That
yeah.
people who didn't want to be videotaped, and buddy, but we're telling you that we got several calls for service regarding the fact.
Well,
that
the courts have already ruled that this camera and my kind of suspicious activity, nevertheless, a crime. And if it's feelings, if you're not feelings police, you're law enforcement. See, Gordon, I understand that, but like I told them when they said something to me, I said, "There's no expectation of privacy in public. That's just the way it is. I mean, I can film out here in public all I want, and I can film anybody I want."
But you can't trespass. That's the problem.
Well, by public property, unless you're committing a crime or creating a disturbance that you're doing, like yelling, screaming, jumping up and down, stuff like bothering them, I was peacefully just standing back in the corner and just recording, and I wasn't bothering anybody. So, if you guys want to arrest me, my lawyer will have fun. Let's put it that way. And you'll lose your qual, and we'll go from there.
So, we're still investigating a trespass, okay? But you know what? For argument's sake, you're escaped the trespass, but we appreciate your time, okay?
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up and take some pictures around your police station,
Okay,
and thank you.
However,
I won't go in any places that's clearly marked,
okay, thank you.
but I will be filing complaints.
Only by understanding the law can we be truly protected and ensure justice. Remember, knowing your rights will give you the confidence to face any situation, even when interacting with the police. Don't hesitate. Equip yourself with legal knowledge to always be ready to defend your rights. Will this citizen present ID for a check by an official?
In the publicly accessible areas, which I intend, and that's all.
Well, we have the authority to request that you provide.
You don't actually, and even if you had a policy, it'd be unconstitutional, and I would be fighting.
Today, I want to recount an incident at a public building in Pulaski County. Everyone knows this is a place where every citizen has the right to freely enter. However, when a citizen attempted to go to the 3rd floor to meet an assessor, they were unexpectedly asked to show ID without just cause. But don't worry, with a solid understanding of the law, this citizen quickly invoked the 4th Amendment of the US Constitution, asserting their right to be protected from unreasonable searches and seizures.
Place you can go is over here on the 3rd floor.
Okay, sounds great.
Alright, in order to go to the 3rd floor, I will need an ID.
I don't need ID.
Here, got an ID.
What's on the third floor?
That'd be the assessor's office.
Assessor's office?
Yes, sir.
So you're to see the assessor?
You have to give me your ID in order to go anywhere in this
So,
building other than the first floor.
Do you know
Right
what,
here.
ma'am, do you know what? Gotcha. She doesn't care about the Constitution. She works in a public building.
And let's not forget a similar case, Smith versus City of Chicago, 2023. John Smith went to a Chicago government building to conduct some business. When entering, he was asked to show ID to access certain areas. Smith argued that the requirement to present ID to enter public areas violated his Fourth Amendment rights, which protect against unreasonable searches and seizures. The City of Chicago was required to change its policy to comply with the court's ruling, meaning that ID cannot be demanded to access public areas without just cause or court permission. Building staff were also required to be retrained on citizen rights and legal regulations.
Showing my papers first.
We're just requesting you provide identification.
And you don't need to do that. So the Fourth Amendment, staying in the publicly accessible areas, which I intend. And that's all.
Well, we have the authority to request that you provide
You don't,
identification.
actually. And if even if you had opening that.
Okay, well, you're welcome to.
All right. I'm just asking. 'Cause if you're going to try to violate my rights, I want to know. If you're not, then
that I had to deal with last time.
yeah, you were
And
very
actually,
cool
I
last
didn't
time.
Well, you called me paranoid on the internet.
I didn't call you. Put a quote of your words.
All right, so
No. What?
so you're wanting me to violate your rights?
I
so
do
you can
not.
put me on YouTube.
I do not. Say, hey, what's going on, man? Check this out. Just like you did last time.
I am.
The
That's what
only
I did.
thing you did wrong last time was say that people get paranoid because of quote your words. That's it. I didn't call you anything. I'm not on the internet calling anyone any names. Never have, never will.
Sure you good.
That's all I did, man. You might want to watch it again.
Here you go.
Okay. Kieran, check it out one more time. If you were cool, I was literally on my way out, but you're not cool, so. I have talked about you about a half a dozen times saying, yeah, if you go in there, they're just going to tell you stuff about the building. Very cool people. So I'm kind of sad that you thought I was making fun of you on the internet, because I wasn't. I truly wasn't, man. I'm not trying to start a fight with you. I feel bad.
As we all know, the US Constitution guarantees freedom and equality for every citizen. However, enforcing and protecting these rights in practice can be a different challenge altogether. This situation is not only a prime example of applying constitutional rights, but also a valuable lesson that equips people with knowledge and confidence to face future challenges. The police intervening in a First Amendment audit and calling the auditor a freak is unacceptable.
Is that a crime?
It is suspicious.
But is suspicious a crime? In order for me to I have to commit a crime.
That is not correct.
That is correct. You have to suspect me of committing a crime, committed a crime.
First Amendment audits at government agencies in the US are not uncommon. However, today, when an auditor conducted this audit at the Racine Police Department, things quickly became tense and complicated. Although the auditor was exercising his rights under the First Amendment of the Constitution and had no obligation to leave just because the police ordered him to, this situation still posed a significant challenge.
Why is that?
Ours.
Do I need one? For what?
I'll identify you.
For what? You suspect me?
You are back around our vehicles. That is suspicious. It is suspicious. Doesn't
But
have
is
to
that
be a
but
crime.
is suspicious a crime? In order for me to identify.
That is not correct.
That is correct. You have to suspect me of committing a crime. I have to be committing a crime or have committed a crime.
I don't need to. If you are acting suspicious,
Is there? Are there any signs that say that I shouldn't be here?
Okay.
Is that unlawful?
Sir?
No,
You're just here trying to get a rise out of us or whatever. the
Not at
case
all.
is? Yeah, you
Not
are.
at all.
On your
so
way.
What does
See-
that
See,
mean?
you're just trying to get a rise out of us.
No, what?
Be on
no.
your way, sir.
Be on my way for what? You can't tell me to leave.
It's police department property and we're asking you to leave.
Who
So-
pays for it?
Sir.
What's
I
your name
cannot-
and badge number?
I cannot have you back. No. I'm not answering your questions if you're not going to answer mine, all right?
Say
Back by our
to
vehicles.
to identify yourself. Are you a
I am
public?
trying-
Are you a public servant?
I am
So
acting
investigate.
suspicious.
I don't
Back
have
by
to
your
help you do your
vehicles.
job.
You're not answering my questions.
I don't have to. May I have your name and badge number? Are you failing to identify? Are you failing to identify?
I don't need to identify myself.
You initiated contact with me. You should have said who you were when you walked up to me.
Why? My name is Officer Johnson. My badge number is 88.
It seems reasonable to request a supervisor in this situation, but the auditor's request was unreasonably denied. This not only demonstrates the police's irresponsibility, but also their evasion of addressing their own mistakes. The frustration is immense, not only for the auditor, but also for everyone expecting fairness and transparency. To clarify the issue, a lawsuit will likely be filed soon.
I'm sorry? And who are you?
I'm Sergeant Jones. Who are you?
I'm here.
You are?
Yeah. I don't answer questions.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Is there anything we can do to help you?
No, sir.
Anything else you need?
No.
All right. So you're just standing here because
I don't know. I asked him if I was free to leave. But then I asked him if I was free to leave, and he said no, I wasn't.
Supervisor, advising him of the situation we had at hand. That's it.
okay.
So-
Are you ready to go?
Cars came up on here when they told me to, ask me some couple questions.
Okay.
Thing or why,
Trying to be
what I was
helpful?
doing, what I was, they told me I was being suspicious.
Details.
They didn't say
is there anything
different.
we can help you with?
No, sir.
It's okay. Most people come here for help. So that's why.
Oh,
I'm
I
asking.
understand. I just had a question. The officers were in the unmarked silver Durango. No one wants to help. Now they don't want to help. Asking all the questions and now they don't want to help me. More than 2 complaint forms because I had to get those 2 for the 2 guys in the Silverado. Guys came up calling me names. Oh, it's already locked, unfortunately. To come and get complaint forms on my first ever audit apartment. How incredible. I used to live right there. And now I gotta audit these.
There have been landmark cases like this, and the victories always go to those upholding the law, specifically Friedman versus City of Santa Monica, 2023. Michael Friedman filmed a police arrest in a public area and was told to stop filming and leave. Ultimately, the court ruled in favor of Friedman, establishing that filming in public areas is legal. The city and police were required to pay damages and adjust their policies to respect this right. That's it for today's video, folks. We've just witnessed a prime example of police overreach and why understanding your rights is crucial. Don't forget to like and share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other eye-opening content. Your support not only helps us shed light on these issues, but also promotes accountability. Always remember to document your interactions with law enforcement. Your rights are your own protection.